evening, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan, and welcome to MCTV Channel 20. Tonight's broadcast, the Marion Warriors on the road facing the Herington Railers. This is Mike Powers here with Jeremiah Lang, Casey Case, Jay Smith, Danny Maddox, Gene Winkler, and what you're looking at is apparently Armageddon. Danny is on the Danny cam is kind of scanning from left to right across this front.
Everyone say hi, Jerry.
Yep, there's Jerry Klein. That we are assured is not going to bother us in the least. And Jeremiah, you're the one doing the assuring.
That is a big storm system that's moving off to the east, and it's down in Wilson County right now, and it's going to keep going that way.
And we're going to just well, first let me say this is the Central National Bank pregame show, and Central National Bank pregame show is telling Gene Winkler that Jay Smith needs a battery for his camera. And our producer, Gene, now there we got a shot of, this is high-class technical stuff here, pregame show, as Gene is getting a battery and handing it to Jay, and I'm saying hi, everyone. And there's Jeremiah.
And there's Casey in the back.
Yeah, Casey's saying hi. Well, let's talk about football.
All
Taking
right.
on the Railers. We always start with Casey because Casey insists that we do.
That's wise.
Casey, your thoughts?
All right, guys, just looking down on the field, I kept waiting for the rest of the Railer team to come out. I don't think there are any more of them. There are exactly 15 players suited up for the Railers tonight, but some of the ones suited up are big. I mean, you look at your scouting report, and we were wondering if this is accurate or not. We're talking 6'4", 245, 6'5", 225, 6'4", 285. I mean, there are some big boys out there. They don't look like they're moving that fast off the ball. We're hoping they don't play as big as they are.
Now, Casey and Jeremiah, I'll throw this out for both of you. Again, Central National Bank pregame show. I had heard a rumor this week that perhaps Herington had some pretty significant injuries coming out of last week's game. Is there any truth to that you guys know of?
I have no idea.
I haven't heard anything confirmed. I've probably heard the same things you have, which is there's been a couple injuries to a quarterback and maybe another player. And I think we're going to see, as Casey pointed out, 15 players on the field and they're playing 11-man football. They're going to get tired.
I'm looking for number 4 out there. Justin Beeler is listed as their quarterback, and according to the scouting report, maybe their best athlete or one of their best athletes. And like I say, we had heard that a quarterback had been injured. I do not see a 4, and I do see the young man on the crutches right there on your screen.
Yeah, I don't see a number 4 either. It looks like number 22 is taking the snaps, who would be Ethan Moorman. They're listing him at 6'2", 223. That might be overstating it a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. Everybody went down to Chase County thinking, oh yeah, we'll have a running clock in the second half and get the JV in. Well, we barely escaped with the wind down there. I think we know by now that you got to go out on the field and play the game, and the boys have to have a level of intensity and be fired up. We'll see if they are tonight or not.
That's right. Nothing is given.
Guys, you were both part of the broadcast. Casey, of course, every game, and Jeremiah, you and Roger kind of hand off the baton. But everybody was on the mic last week for that Meade game, which started off in terrible fashion for the Warriors and looked like we had just had a hangover from the game the previous week. And then that second half, or maybe the end of the first half, we started to play football. And I'm not saying we would have beaten Meade, but I think that's a much different ball game if we play that way to start. Any positives to take out of that?
Oh, absolutely. We were a whole different football team in that second half of the Meade game, a different team than we were the entire Northern Heights game and the entire Chase County game. We have to figure out a way to bring that intensity from now on. We've got to start at that level and play at a higher intensity level the rest of the season if we want to make the playoffs and make some noise once we get to the playoffs.
Yeah, the Warriors came, I'm remembering back to last year, I didn't get to go to the Meade game. I had another commitment, but they came back a different team.
That's true.
After that game, and I think there was a transformation in the second half. One of those was that Jack Schneider found 6 different receivers to throw to in that game, which is uncommon for Marion football.
And when you say that, you're referring to last week's game.
Week's game, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. We were Roger and I were sort of arguing, or not arguing, but wondering how many passes we threw. I got the box score out of the paper, and we threw the ball 27 times last week. And to Jack Schneider's credit, he completed 14 of those passes. And you're right, Jeremiah. I counted them up. We threw to 6 different receivers, and we didn't just throw the bomb. We threw short, intermediate passes, and there's a lot of people around Marion saying, man, we've been waiting for that for 20 years.
Yeah, and one of the things in the scouting report says that the Railers are not going to be able to defend the pass real well. They're not going to be fast to the ball on the pass. I think we're going to find a lot of open opportunities tonight.
Well, let's wrap up the Central National Bank pregame show with Jeremiah telling us about the cookies that were delivered to the scaffolding here tonight. Oh, by the way, we'll apologize because anytime we're on the road, the wind is blowing, and you'll hear that all night long. But anyway, talk cookies to me, Jeremiah.
We were getting set up here tonight, and Allison Schultz brought over, with her son Chance, brought over a nice bag of chocolate chip cookies and said these are in recognition of the 5th and 6th grade flag football coaches. The 5th and 6th grade athletes wanted to bring these cookies to us, and their coaches are Bryce Schultz, Colton Brewer, and Mason Peterson. And we appreciate benefiting for their efforts as coaches.
That's right, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Young men should do work so that old men can benefit. All right, unless anyone wants to throw in a last comment, that'll wrap up our pregame. I hear no takers. All right, I want to thank Central National Bank for sponsoring the pregame show. Jerry Katie Insurance for sponsoring our broadcast area. We're in that Jerry Katie Insurance broadcast area right now. It's a whole new setup here in Herington, not like it used to be over by the fairgrounds. It's a nice facility, and we'll be ready for some football in just a few moments.
Central National Bank proudly supports the students and staff of Marion Florence USD 408. Central National Bank has been providing Kansans with sound financial advice since 1884. We are dedicated to providing the quality service that makes our Marion County customers and the communities we serve successful. The officers and employees of Central National Bank work to be your financial resource of choice in the Marion County area.
At home or on the road, the Jerry Katie Agency sponsors our MCTV broadcast area. The MCTV crew relies on them to come through. If you rely on farming and growing of crops, the Jerry Katie Agency will be there for you too. They specialize in crop and hail insurance, but provide a wide range of quality insurance products while maintaining a commitment to always provide the best service possible to each and every customer. Contact Brad Katie at 382-3282.
When the Warriors cross the goal line, it's a Case & Son touchdown. Case & Son is an independent insurance agency representing many companies and offering a full line of property and casualty insurance, including home, auto, farm, business, and life. Case & Son is the oldest continuously operated business in Marion County. Just as MCTV counts on them for support, you can count on Case & Son Insurance. When time is called on the field, it's a Tampa State Bank timeout. Tampa State Bank provides support to MCTV and provides the best in banking services in Marion and Tampa. Tampa State Bank is one of the few locally owned banks in Marion County and offers a full range of banking services, including ATM service, internet banking, and all the modern conveniences. Tampa State Bank provides friendly, courteous officers and staff, as they have since 1901. When it comes to banking, see TSB.
We are back and ready for the opening kickoff. Our first quarter sponsors tonight are...
They are Eagle Communication, Prairie Land Partners, Marion National Bank, and Landing Pharmacy.
Well done, Jeremiah.
Thank you. I had to find first quarter once I found it.
That's because it, yeah. That's.
I was in the zone.
Hey, guys, I got to give a shout-out real quick. I thought the Herington Band did a great job on the national anthem. I really did. For a small town, bands are getting tougher to find anymore. And I got to give a shout-out to the Hilltop Bar and Grill for our wonderful dinner tonight.
I'm not supposed to say anything rude on the air, so I'm going to agree with you, Casey, about half of that.
Here's the opening kick. End over end squib kick, taken on the 35. Bring the ball out about 9 yards, so they'll set up on their own 44. Railers ball. The Casey and Jeremiah went to the Hilltop Grill and brought back barbecue burgers for everyone, and they were pretty good.
They were very good.
By the way, if you
two onion rings on mine.
Yeah, 2 onion rings on your hamburger? I
yeah.
think I just had one, but I didn't count. See what the Warriors do here to open on defense.
3 on the
quarterback keeps. Makes a nice run. He's going to get close to, but does not get the first down.
The Warrior down here. 60 is Adam Shalene. Slow getting up.
Yeah, Adams. He appears to be in some pain out there.
He does.
Jarrett McClendon comes in. He's just a sophomore, big kid, 6'3", 277. Going to take Adams' spot. And with the left leg, that
he looks pretty frustrated.
yes, he does. Jason Bena, the longtime trainer for the Warriors, is checking out that left leg, and Adam frustrated and maybe in pain as well. Wow, that's a weird shot.
Yeah.
What was that, Gene? It was like the reverse image or something. And we've got Adam. He's getting up. Let's see how he comes off the field here. He's not putting much weight on that. Always wonder why when they do that with a big old tall kid, why they always put a short guy on one side.
I thought we'd bring out the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
Help them off.
So here we line up for second down, second and, we'll call it 2nd and 1, a fairly long one.
They set up on the last play with 3 here on the near side, and there was obviously no intention of passing the ball.
Direct snap to the tailback. He goes forward, picks up the first down.
And I think we're going to need to look for that from the Railers here throughout the night. Is we got to stop the run, and we got to stop the horn.
Yeah, we got that train whistle. They do that every time they get a first down.
Apparently.
I thought that was for touchdowns.
Well, maybe there haven't been many touchdowns this year.
Maybe it could be.
Okay.
The ball popped out, and we're told that we won't be able to do any replays. At least we may be able to do something in the second half.
Warriors recovered the ball.
Excellent.
So it's a Warrior ball, first down here.
Little in-house bookkeeping here, Gene. If we can't do replays, why don't we do it at
halftime
at the quarter?
Or at the quarter.
Okay.
Well, you guys missed. If you didn't have a replay, you missed that referee getting knocked on his can back there. He was laying flat on his back. I didn't think he was going to get up.
We've got a timeout on the field. That'd be a Tampa State Bank timeout.
That's why they're having the timeout. They're letting him recover.
So the Warriors will have 1st and 10 from their own 35. Be the Warriors' first opportunity here on offense. And a handoff to Riggs. And they're keying on Riggs. He's only going to get about a yard.
Yeah, Riggs gets about a yard over to the outside. Good motion on that play, and I think we're gonna see the Warriors come out with some big plays, I think, in this.
Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but down here, did you notice how quiet that play was?
Yeah.
There was not a sound. There was not one pad that popped on that play.
We got a flag on 2nd and 9. Must have been some movement here on the Warriors side.
Yeah, I think as Corbin went
No, it's going to.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, they're marching it off against the Warriors, but the call was against the Railers.
I thought as Corbin went into motion, another one of our players jumped, but I must have been seeing things.
Had us all confused as he signaled offsides, then marked it off against us. That'll make 2nd and 4 now. The Warriors in great situation here. Could take a shot downfield if they wanted to. Oh, that's a handoff to Riggs, and he's got some running room. Stumbles just a little bit, stumbles again.
Legs were giving out underneath him. He had a big run there. He's going to pick up.
I think the only thing that brought Riggs down on that play was Riggs.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's going to pick up about 35 yards on that play.
Well, I'm sure, Jeremiah, you noticed on the scouting report, Coach Tiroff, I can't remember the exact wording, but he said that Riggs will be able to get yards this week.
Yep. Excuse me, 45 yards on that play. Good run.
From the 22, 1st and 10 Warriors. Seidebreck in motion. Snyder keeps, wants to pass, gets the ball away. It's caught. We got a flag down here.
Interesting spot for a flag. The only players that were there were our quarterback, and he was called against the Railers.
So Heidebreck with the reception. Since we're not masking our technical issues here, Gene, are you hearing Jeremiah okay? Okay, all right.
Not hearing me, Mike?
You're not as loud as I am, but that may be just because I'm loud. All right, 2-yard line, 1st and goal for the Warriors, lining up in an I formation. Snyder keeps, and he cuts back upfield. He's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
Yeah, great play. Had the option available, saw the seam, cut in there. Touchdown Warriors up 6-0.
We've got
we don't want to see that score.
Yeah, the Marion Meade score we don't need. Don't need Meade. Once again, we want to thank the Jerry Cady Insurance Company for sponsoring our broadcast area, along with all of our other sponsors that you'll see on the screen tonight. Going for 2, as we have all season. Handoff.
Not good.
No good. So that is a troubling thing. Last week against Meade, actually you saw that score 33-18, but had we gotten our extra points or our conversions, that would have been 24,
right.
and it changes the dynamics of things just a bit.
It does. And when you don't have a kicker, you're at a field goal kicker, an extra point kicker, you're at the mercy of those 2-point plays, and there's only so many things you can do at that position on the field.
That's true. We noticed that Adam Shalene, along with Jason Bina, continue to walk up and down the field here. Adam's clearly kind of checking out that left leg. I'm going to say knee, but I'm speculating when I say that. But he's not anywhere near back to where he needs to be.
No, he's walking very gingerly on that knee.
So at the 9:59 mark, so very early in this first quarter, the Warriors already have a 6-0 lead. That's the good news. The bad news is Herington was moving the ball prior to that fumble.
Yeah, and another good thing to see tonight, Mike, Austin Neufeld back on the field after being out for a couple weeks with an injury in a JV game against Cottonwood Fall or Chase County, and good to see Austin back out playing tonight.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I started to say it on that first kickoff, and here's Austin right here. Then I got distracted. Taking on the 34, and they are on him immediately.
Yeah, he's only going to get about 3 yards after he got the ball wrapped up.
The Warriors back out on the field on defense. Going back to talking about Adam Shalene, one would hope that we could get a win tonight without Adam, but everybody wants a long, deep playoff run, and Adam being one of the very few, one of the 3 seniors on the team.
Right.
Sure hate to hope he can get back and participate in a playoff run. That's going to pick up about 2 yards for the Railers.
Yeah, and 53, Jacob Bondenkamp in on the tackle there.
22, the ball carrier for the Railers. That's Ethan Mormon. I noticed Vonenkamp, who made that tackle, getting increased playing time, and he had some significant minutes, or at least some prime time play last week as well.
He did. He's really coming into good form here.
2nd and 8. Quarterback wants to throw. Pops it out here high, and I don't think unless the receiver made Schultz miss, he was going to get anything off that anyway.
Yeah, no, it was just a little bit overthrown, and Schultz was there to cover if it had been caught. There wasn't going to be much anywhere to go.
So that'll make it 3rd down. Jeremiah was, I don't remember if I was talking to you or one of the other crew members, but I understand or have heard that Herington's going to 8-man football next year.
That's what I've heard also, that this will be their last year in 11-man football. And
quarterback keeps.
You can imagine with 15 players, now that doesn't figure for injuries, but with 15 players, running 11-man football is going to be exhausting.
On that particular the previous play, Herington had 3 receivers at the top, 3 at the bottom, and 1 back with the quarterback, and just ran straight ahead. So a bit of strategery.
Yeah, an attempt to spread the field out, and if the Warriors keep their eye on, it's the old saying, keep your eye on the ball.
Got it again on 4th down, 4th and 5, and they are. Here's the pass play. Quarterback going down this way. There's no one with him. That's a completed pass. That's going to be a Herington touchdown. And there was a blown coverage there somehow.
There sure was. And that's where we need to be paying attention where the ball's at and stay with the guys that we're supposed to be covering.
So that'll tie our ball game. So 2 touchdowns scored in just the opening minutes of the ball game.
Guys, a lot of times you'll see a team hide one of their players on their own sidelines, but they hit him on our sideline. I mean, there wasn't anybody close to him. He was a lost man. Maybe he was hiding amongst the chain crew over here.
It might be easier to hide among our sideline than their sideline, Casey.
Herington also going for 2. Straight ahead run by the quarterback. He does not get in, so the score remains Herington 6, Marion 6.
Attempt is no good. Warriors 6. Warriors 6.
So we alluded to that, Jeremiah, that we certainly moved the ball well on them, but had not stopped them in their first drive.
Right.
And that time it appeared we had stopped them. I think I certainly was ready for their punt.
Yeah.
Perhaps our defense was too.
I think so, and I guess we just didn't imagine that they would do that, and we're going to have to be effective on all aspects of the game to start off with in order to get the lead that we need.
Casey makes a really good point because I just look up and the quarterback drops back to pass, and then I see he's passing to this guy over here, and I hadn't noticed that guy over here either. Yes.
Came out of nowhere. I got to give another plug. I know Jeremiah's used to bigger, better bands, but this Herington band's putting out some noise.
I'll say that last piece was better than the national anthem.
Well, but you got to understand these little towns and the band programs are hard to keep together.
They are.
I
tell you,
it's fun to hear some volume, and it sounds like some enthusiasm out of the band. Not that ours doesn't have it. I'm just saying.
And I don't measure the bands to what I experienced growing up. I measure the bands to our band in Marion. We got a great band in Marion.
I choose not to enter the band wars between Casey and Jeremiah. Here's the kick. We need a big run back here. Get some momentum back on the red and white side, or red and blue, excuse me. Onside kick. It's covered down here. Right on the Warriors sideline.
Yeah, just at about the 45.
That's Chase Stringer. He's just a freshman. Chase is the JV quarterback. I think you could say the backup quarterback would be Wheeler.
Yep, Corbin Wheeler. Saw him come in for, I think, 1 play last week.
Came in for 1 play and ran a heck of a great play, actually.
He really did. That was a lot of fun to see.
All right, see what the Warriors do on offense. That's a keeper by Oh, Snyder, and man, he breaks outside. He's going down that sideline. He turns on the afterburners. Man, he was pulling away, and he's in the zone.
No flags on the field, which that's what we want to see.
He was opening the yardage between him and the nearest tackler.
Yeah. Well, we're not even 4 minutes into the game, and we've had 3 touchdowns scored.
Yeah. So the Warriors now leading 12-6. We'll try to tack on 2 more. Snyder keeps as he rolls to his left. Now he cuts back upfield, dives for the end zone. He's in the zone.
Awesome. Snyder able to read the field real well and find the way into the end zone on that.
So that'll make it 14-6, and now the Warriors need to kind of establish something defensively here.
Yeah, we don't want to get into this back and forth to scoring touchdowns. We need to set the tone here. Come out on defense. Go ahead, Casey.
I'm sorry. That's what we've been waiting to see, or I've been waiting to see for Jack Schneider all year, is for him to turn that corner and then to just make it look like a mismatch, and that's what he did that time. And I'm looking forward to the next 2 years where he's 20, 30 pounds bigger and faster than he is now.
That is, Casey, kind of one of those things. I was thinking about that after that Meade game. We are so young. I mean, most of our well, we got 3 seniors that are all productive. So obviously beyond that, obviously everybody else are juniors and sophomores,
right.
And a lot of them sophomores.
And most of them are, well, almost all of them have bought into this program, and they're going to be working hard off season in the summer, and a lot of them have big family members, so there's a lot of good potential there.
Here's Neufeld's kick. Not line drive kick. Oh, it goes right by the receiver. He's going to, if he's smart, he tries to bring it out. Oh, he should have just gone ahead and taken the touchback.
He should have.
Sort of like the Michigan punter, but he didn't. They've got the ball on the 2.5 yard line.
Wow.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 7.5 yard line.
Okay. Warriors with great starting field position here on defense. They have an opportunity to shut the Railers down in a 3-and-out situation.
Yeah, hopefully if you get them in a 4th and 5 or more this time, they won't throw a pass play to a mystery man. Again, they run right up the gut. And you've got pretty much 9 Warriors in on that tackle.
Yeah, Corbin Wheeler was one of the first ones there, and 73 is, I believe that's Jarrett McClendon. Both of them there ready to push the Railer back.
Yeah, that is one of the strengths of this team, that when Adam Schelling goes down, they've got a kid, McClendon size, just a sophomore, who can step in and take that hole. Mm-hmm. 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6 now. Receiver on each side with a slot back. And, man, that goes to the tailback, and he gets very little.
Yeah, he tries to hit the middle of that line, and there were 6 Warriors there waiting to greet him.
Well, when we get, hopefully after the quarter, we'll be able to reboot our system and get back to having our 2 cameras. But in the meantime, I'll just mention that we'll try to get a shot of the Marion cheerleaders. That's another group that I think is just really, really on an not upward spiral, just an upward trajectory.
Trajectory, that's a good word.
3rd down. Quarterback keeps. Very little gain. He may have lost.
I think he did lose. I think I see the marker on the sideline walking backwards a little bit.
So now we're going to test it, Jeremiah.
That's
We've got
right.
4th and about 6,
Yep.
maybe 5.
See if maybe they don't have a punter. I don't know.
I'm watching that sideline real close. Casey's there too. If they sneak him out there, Casey's going to yell.
Casey's going to be hollering.
Yeah. they shifted. I think they were lined up like they were in a regular offensive set. I think they're going to shift out of that and punt. But we had someone jump. Now, that's not going to give them a first down. We're sending some different personnel on the field now. Colton Brewer, sophomores going in. Zach Stuklik, another sophomore. Somebody needs to come out. Somebody needs to come out because we've got about 18 out there right now. Gene said we had 14 on the field. I just saw 4 come off. So if Gene's counting is correct, it means we only have 10 left.
No, I think we got one back here. Oh, no, you're right. No?
You two. Between Jeremiah and Gene.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're good. And they're going for it.
They are going for it. And
I think
they didn't get it. All right, man, it's close. I don't know.
Hard to tell.
It is hard to tell. Oh, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
As Jay Smith says, they gave him a pretty good spot. So they will get it. So that penalty on the Warriors came back to hurt.
I don't know if you noticed, but they got the first down. They didn't blow the horn.
That's true.
That was all right.
That was okay, yes. So now from their own 18, they're 1st and 10. They're going to go to pass, put it up in the air out here. That's a completed pass. It'll be another first down.
Yeah, he's proven he can make that throw now twice, so we're going to have to shut that down.
27, the receiver for the Railers.
Tate Becker.
Tate Becker, okay.
He's a 6'5", 286-pound junior.
That'll take the ball out to the Railer 33, 1st and 10 there. Again, they have trips right, trips left, one back in the backfield. Quarterback keeps. Nothing.
Yeah, 46 Garrett Hoffner was right in there to stop that run.
I don't know what happened, but suddenly we have replays again.
Yeah.
Gene Winkler. Let's just say Gene fixed it. Let's let it go at that. Something's pushing Gene's buttons.
Not me.
Not me either.
I'm up here.
No gain. We're going to say no gain on that play. So 2nd and 10 now. Again, same formation, just one back there with the quarterback. And the ball's on the field, and the quarterback's with it. Was that Wheeler in there that fast?
I'm trying to see. Let's see.
No, I think that was Pippen.
Yeah, I think you're right. That was Dylan Pippen there. If he'd been a split second earlier, that ball would have been his.
5-yard loss, so that'll make 3rd and 15. And it's every bit of 15. It might be a little more.
Yeah, I think it's more than 5 back there.
So they stay in that same formation. That we can't even say it's a trick play because they run it every time so far. Quarterback wants to throw. He's got Pippen after him. Oh. Pippen takes him down with the sack.
And that is, if you've been watching football for any amount of time, that is the blind side. And Pippen's
yes, it is.
Right around the back. He's not even going to see him coming. He has no idea he's there, and Pippen's on him before he has a chance to do anything.
And you can see Pippen is unblocked.
Yeah.
Pippen tackled the football as much as he tackled the quarterback there.
Yeah, trying to break the ball free. It's going to be 4th down and a whole lot.
Yeah, it's 4th down and over 20.
We're going to find out what the punting theory is here. Philosophy.
They get the punt away. Not a bad punt.
No.
Peterson lets it bounce, and it takes a bit of a Marion bounce. It'll be dead at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be dead at the Railer 48. So great field position for the Warriors to start off with. That started with that kickoff that went all the way down to almost the end zone, got picked up and started at the 7.5-yard line. And
guys, their punter was only back 8 yards on
Yeah.
that kick. I'm thinking if you recognize that, you could get a block on almost every time.
I noticed, Casey, on at least 2 of our 3 previous opponents, their punters have been lining up 11 yards back. So that's a big difference. That's 3 yards closer to getting that block for our guys.
I think our guys, don't we line up about 15 back?
Snyder to pass, gets the ball away, pulled in by Schultz.
Schultz is there.
Schultz breaks one tackle, but they slowed him down long enough. He's still going to have the first down.
Yeah, Schultz able to get his hands up, grab the ball, got delayed by one of the tacklers, and picked up about two or three more yards after the catch, which is great.
And that, I tell you, that is a long-standing thing that happens. That your mom or loved one brings cookies, you have a good game.
There you go.
So we hope more moms will be aware of that. If they love their children, they need to bring us cookies.
Wow, Mike playing the love card. That's
Well, you don't have to love, just like them.
okay.
1st and 10 Warriors from the 37 of the Railers. Snyder rolls right. Pitches to Wheeler. Wheeler works down that right sideline. I think he's got another first down. Real close.
Yeah, it is real close. I think we're going to see the chains moved here.
Yes, we are.
Corbin able to get outside and find the hole and you got to understand that's a narrow hole when you get the pitch there on next to the sideline, and he's able to squeeze through there and pick up over 10 yards.
Of course, by the time you see this will be old news, but we're happy to hear the Royals are leading after one in the playoff game with the Blue Jays. Snyder to pass. He's got the pass away. That was intended for Peterson, but
something wasn't right there. I don't know if it got batted or what happened, but something, you'll see it here on the play, on the replay. No, not batted. Just came out of the hand wrong.
Exactly. I think that just one of those slipped out of Jack's hand. It's so nice, and you know, for having done this for so long, Casey and I have been here since '94. And Gene joined us a year or two after, but get so used to the replays. Miss them when we don't have them.
Between, nice to have
I know I gush about Janny and Day. Janny and Day. As a short run for the Warriors, Danny and Jay. But, folks, unless you try to run one of these cameras, anybody can run a video camera, but run it and keep everything in frame that you want in frame, and try to keep the camera so you got the ball and you got all the action. What these guys do is not easy, and they do a great job.
They do a great job. We appreciate them helping out with this, and we couldn't do it without them.
We could, but the picture wouldn't be too good. Snyder to pass. Gets it away down that sideline. Pulled in.
Peyton Heidebrecht able to make the grab there on the far side and bring it in.
Peyton, who had not been really I shouldn't say he's not in the offense, because he's been out there blocking, doing all kinds of good things, but hadn't been catching the ball. And all of a sudden, the last 2-3 weeks, he's become a real target out there.
Yeah, he's able to get out into open space and be ready for the pass, and that's all a quarterback needs, is someone that can get open.
Well, the more guys you have that can do that, the better your offense.
That's right.
1st and goal from the 8. Hand off to Riggs.
Riggs he's close.
Man, I was waiting for the signals, but he must be just short.
Yeah,
2nd down.
Casey says, I think 2 yards.
Okay. All right, 2nd and goal from the 2. So 6-yard gain on that carry. Good crowd here for the Warriors, even though the playoff game's going on. We've filled up these visitor stands. Warriors have Heidebrecht clear out here on the left side. Wheeler's out here. Heidebrecht's in the slot. Hand off to Riggs. He dives.
He's going to be short.
Riggs tried to go over the top. He only got about a yard. So Herington trying to put on a goal line stand here.
Yeah, I think we're going to find if we can just spread them out a little bit, the hole's going to be there.
Warriors come out, 13 seconds to go in this quarter, so probably the last play of the quarter. Snyder keeps, cuts back up. He's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
Yeah, that was instead of going right at the middle, Jack's able to get just around the corner and into the end zone.
I'm going to give our producer just a little bit of warning, Mr. Winkler. After this extra point attempt, I'm going to kick us to our sponsors, our messages from our first quarter sponsors. Then we'll come back and go to the quarterly report.
You don't want to wait till they play the 1 second.
That'll be the kickoff. There's the handoff. He's not going to get in. So the Warriors up 20-6. And with that, we're going to go ahead and hear these words from our first quarter sponsors. But first, let me remind you who they are. First quarter sponsors are Eagle Communications, Prairieland Partners, Marion National Bank, and Lanning Pharmacy. And I want to always make sure we mention our Warrior sponsors, Marion Auto Supply, Gambino's Delicious Pizza, handcrafted by Jay Smith with no help from anyone else, and HRK Variety.
We are committed to delivering the most reliable service and original, creative programming and better quality choices.
To not just meet but exceed your expectations so you can choose your own entertainment when, where, and how you want it, anywhere and anytime.
With individual plans that allow you to pick your services and have access to customer service 7 days a week.
Because you deserve the best value in entertainment, and it's our job to deliver it. No exceptions, no excuses.
We are Eagle Communications.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Prairieland Partners, the largest John Deere dealership in south central Kansas. Specializing in large ag, turf, and integrated solutions products, Prairieland is always close by with 9 locations and more than 250 employees. Prairieland Partners, partnering together with you to nurture the land. Right here at home, Marion National Bank supports the Marion community and the area. Committed to serving the financial needs of our community since 1905, Marion National Bank offers full-service banking, including agricultural, commercial, consumer, real estate, and loans for any worthwhile purpose. Meeting all of your banking expectations, Marion National Bank, your neighborhood bank. Lanning Pharmacy brings something old and something new to MCTV sponsorship. Longtime sponsor Marion Health Mart is now Lanning Pharmacy, a full-line pharmacy accepting almost all major insurance plans. Newly remodeled and offering everything from flu shots to medical equipment, Hallmark cards, gifts, toys, and expert advice on all your pharmaceutical needs. Lanning Pharmacy supports the Warriors and Wildcats of USD 408.
And we are back, and we'll leave it to Casey. Casey, do you want to, we'll have a kickoff, and then we'll come to your
Oh, we got plenty of time.
No, we don't. We're going to kick off.
All right. Have it your way. I got good stuff, though.
I know you do. You always do. By the way,
I might forget it by then.
Casey's quarterly report sponsored by St. Luke Hospital.
Really won't be a quarterly report once we start the second quarter, but whatever.
Well, we won't. We're going to kick off, and then it'll be the end of the
have
first
to
quarter.
Oh, there's still a second. My bad. I thought the quarter ran out.
They got to carry the football all the way from
My
one
mistake.
end of the field to the other after Austin kicks it off here.
So here's Neufeld's kick. Oh, it hits the man in the front row. Oh, and he pops up and gets that. I don't think that was skill. I think that was dumb luck, Jeremiah.
I absolutely think so, too. That's the one that makes your coach sees that, and his heart just about leaps out of his throat.
That is the end of the first quarter, and it is time for the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report starring Man Among Men, the whisperer to the stars and the winds, Casey Case.
Okay, I was just getting ready to say, if you're 6'5" and 295 pounds, you can do what you want, but that 6'5", 295 is laying out in the middle of the field. I don't know if he fell on the ball or what have you. He is a big old boy, and he did. He like swung his big arm and knocked that ball right out of the air. Anyway, what I was going to say before that is sophomore Jarrett McClendon playing a big role tonight. He's filling in for Adam Shalene, who looks like he may be done for the night, and he just got his butt ripped by Coach Tiroff. And it was funny because he's frustrated and he's upset, which should make him go out and play harder. But he's going to have to play this whole game tonight. There's no breaks for him, so he's going to get a lot of experience real fast here tonight. And I'm happy with what the Warriors are doing on offense. I think they need to, they're going to have better luck going outside, and they're having good luck with the passing game. Defensively, we've just got to stop the big plays. It's guy that was over here on the sideline. We talked about that before. I'm not sure who he was hiding behind, but nobody saw him over here. But I think we've got the game in hand. Let's look for a productive second quarter, and we'll talk to you then.
All right. Thank you, Casey, and thanks St. Luke Hospital for sponsoring our quarterly reports. Jeremiah, this was, I thought, going to be the first road game where I was not in the wind or in the rain or cold, and it's not raining. but and you're such a manly man. You're still wearing the short sleeve shirt, but I'm going to be layering up come halftime.
I just as a reminder, it is football season in Kansas.
Yeah, you're right.
It tends to either be raining, snowing, cold, or windy.
Well,
Sometimes of all of
those, yes. Oh, snapped over the quarterback's head, and he's going to go down. I think there's going to be a holding penalty tacked onto this.
Yeah, and the worst thing you can have is you've had a muff play, and the play has fallen apart, and then the ref throws the flag at your head. You're going to see it right here. And man, just add insult to injury.
Number 24, Richard Hageman, I think was the guilty party for the hold, as one of the Warriors rushers actually was like ripping their arm away from the blocker.
Yeah, I think we declined the penalty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we declined the penalty.
I think it could have been first and about 20 or so, but instead it's going to be second and 17.
Yeah.
Bunch of shifting here, and we got a Herington timeout. That's a Tampa State Bank timeout called by the Railers. They were being tricky and maybe tricked themselves.
Yeah, I think Coach saw something he didn't like, and somebody shifted to the wrong spot, and he's going to get him straightened out here.
Maybe this would be an opportunity, since we got both cameras. Gene, you can tell Danny or Jay which one you want to get on the cheerleaders, but perhaps we could take a shot of them. There we go. There's the Warrior cheerleaders.
I don't think our cheerleaders made the list here.
They did not make the list, and I'm not even going to try to name them all, because I could get some, I wouldn't get others, and it would not be a good thing.
No, leave one out, and leave the whole group out.
Yes, all or nothing. All right, second and 17 again. From the shotgun, hand off to the running back. He's going to shoot forward. He's going to pick up 6-7 yards.
He's almost to the original line of scrimmage. I don't think he made it quite up to there. It's going to bring up third and about 12.
You guys probably didn't hear this, and it is of no interest to our viewers because they won't see this till Sunday night, but the PA announcer just announced that the Royals have a 2-0 lead.
Jeremiah has it on his massive phone here.
Oh,
Casey.
so you already knew that. Okay, never mind.
But thank you.
Handoff. Oh, good hit out there. William Adame, or excuse me, Noah Albin. Noah Albin.
Yep, Noah Albin right there on the initial hit, initial contact, and the Railer was not able to gain any yards on that play. It's going to bring a fourth down and about 12, and we're going to see if the punter comes back out or if they hide another player in the trips.
Jeremiah has a phone that's the same size as LP albums that we used to have back in the 70s. All right, back with this 4th and 11, and they're going for it, apparently. Quarterback wants to pass. He's going for the whole caboodle.
That's gone.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, that's way overthrown, and I don't know why. When the Warriors have proven how quickly they can score, you would give them the ball on your 42-yard line.
I would like to explain that to you, but I cannot. I think that I get it, that sometimes you want to, hey, we're the run and gun, the this and that, whatever, but still blocking and tackling goes a long way, and you just can't set yourself up to give the other team a short field when they've already shown that they're offensively very proficient.
Yeah, I mean, we put 3 touchdowns on the board in the first quarter. We demonstrated
to
the
Wheeler.
ability to move the ball.
Wheeler cuts back against the grain. Boy, that's a lot of some action after the play there. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Wheeler got spun around.
There's the close-up slow-mo. The Herington fans are yelling, "We have the ball, we had the ball," and they did.
I think they're right.
And they're going to give it. Gene, can you run that one more time, please? Real quickly. Run it that same play you just ran. They're going to give the ball to Herington. The Warrior crowd is calling for a face mask penalty.
I think the ball was,
Wheeler's number 9 to your left.
Ball was properly stripped out of Wheeler's hands.
We'll have to come back to that, Gene. Low snap, quarterback gets a pass away. That's popped up in the air. Oh, I thought we had it intercepted.
Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted.
Boy, the wind has picked up dramatically
It has
here.
picked up. Earlier, it looked like we were going to have wind under 10 miles an hour, and it's proven to be anything but that tonight.
Well, I bet my reception's good now. Wind's blowing me right to you guys.
Man, he's really loud, isn't he?
Okay. Gene, can you turn Casey down? The wind's made him too loud.
Wind's made me too loud. I'm glad I'm on the field and not up on that scaffolding. You guys might blow over.
Hand off. Good run's going to pick up 4.
Jarrett McClendon in there on the stop for the Warriors.
Now, they've got second down there, but they threw an incomplete pass, and they just ran. Shouldn't this be third down?
It should be third down.
Hand off again. Now he tries to pop it outside.
He's got some room.
He does, and
I think he picked up the first down.
that is going to take care of the loss down there.
Yep. Warrior fans were trying to remind the line judges.
They had second down and 10 on the clock, and it was second and 10. They had first and 10 on the field. Then when they moved it to make it and 7, they went second and 7, and they left the clock the same and kept it second and went to 7. But now they made it third and 7. So I have holy smoke. They're going to measure on that last play. I thought he clearly had it, but closer than I thought. Mason Peterson's in our way.
Yeah, I guess you just measure to make sure like that when it's that far across the field, but it looked like a first down from up here. Get it all straightened out now. It is first down. Everybody's got that correct, and we'll keep track of the downs from here on out.
So the Railers have the ball, nose of the ball, touching the 50. First and 10. 9:17 to go, second quarter. Warriors lead 20-6. Tailback gets the ball. He pushes forward. He's going to get a good solid 3.
Yeah, he was able to get the pile to move forward a little bit. Warriors there put a good stop up. Give me 2nd and 7.
Just a reference back to Adam Shalene, who was injured early in this game. He is still on the trainer's table down here. He's got ice on his knee. I don't think we're going to see Adam again tonight.
No,
just hopefully it's just some sort of a contusion, something that ice will help, and we'll see him again in the near future.
Yeah, you hate seeing knee injuries. Hopefully it's not anything major.
All right, 2nd and 7 for the Railers. Handoff. Back dances around, goes over that right side. Started left, ended up going right, picks up another couple of yards.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5. Maybe 4.
Yeah, we'll. Yeah, that's awfully. We're going to call it 3rd and 5. It may be a short 5. Scoreboard says 4, but it's a homer. Well, so far, pretty much every series has been a 4-down series for the Railers.
It has.
Quarterback
in the
keeps.
backfield.
Yeah.
And he's going to gain about 6 inches.
Yeah, he didn't gain much at all. That's definitely going to be 4th and 4 now.
I would expect them to go for it.
Yes. Yeah, they almost are in. They're not. They haven't been, but they've been almost in that posture of we don't punt ever.
Yeah. Well, they've only punted once. So.
Quarterback wants to pass. He's got some pressure. He gets the ball away. That's overthrown.
Yeah, again, it's thrown over the reach of the receivers. There it was thrown out of bounds. We've got a player down for the Railers.
That's a quarterback, I believe. And he's hurt.
He's having trouble getting up.
Warriors going to take a knee. I don't know, Gene, did you get a replay on that one that we could see if we...
He took a shot from Pippen.
Okay.
Right as he released the ball.
We'll just run. We can see what we have here. Oh, yeah. That was a good, clean hit by Pippen,
yeah,
too.
It was clean. Right on time.
This has been kind of, maybe because we've had so much scoring, it seems like we should be deeper into this half. We're 7 minutes, 17 seconds to go in this second quarter. This is a Tampa State Bank injury timeout. And they are still tending to the quarterback on the sideline. That's Ethan Mormon. Mm-hmm. Normally a slot back, but pretty clearly Justin Beeler, their normal quarterback, must be injured, as we reported earlier.
Yeah, they're going to help him off the field.
Where Gene telling us he thinks he had heard that Beeler had broken an ankle. Jay Smith, before we were walking over to the concession stand, they have posters up with all the players' names, and Jay got all excited when he saw Justin Beeler's poster, and I had to tell him it was not Justin Bieber.
The Herington brush with greatness.
Yes.
Justin Beeler.
Gene says, oh, he broke his ankle, and Jay goes, yeah, but can he sing? All right, that's not nice.
I'm not sure that's greatness we're talking about.
Snyder wants to pass. He gets it away. That's going to be picked off.
Yeah. Ball was thrown behind Mason, and he didn't turn around and come get it. And the Railer was there ready to catch it. I think that was
pretty good defensive play right there by the Railer.
I tell you,
back to the other dude. Just let me get in one more little stab. There's a big difference between being famous and being great.
Casey's famous.
I didn't say that.
Snyder on that play too, guys, was backpedaling, and he kind of threw that all arm. He didn't really have a chance to set up and move into that throw, which might be why it was a little underthrown. He had quite a bit of pressure on him there. Herington first down. They're going to get the ball out from their own 31 to about the 35.
Going to gain about 3 yards.
They'll make it 2nd and long for the Railers. Again, our score, Warriors 20, Herington 6. Herington scoring on a long pass play that somewhat of a trick play. As Casey said, they hit a receiver on the Warriors sideline, and he was uncovered. Pass play.
Short pass. Just to the outside, and not much there, maybe 3 yards.
They'll make it 3rd down, and we'll wait for the spot. It's going to be either 4 or 5. Closer to 4. So we'll see if the Railers don't get the first down here. Will they go for it on their own 41, 42 yard line?
Warriors need to have a stop, and then we need to have an offensive series where we don't turn the ball over.
Looking out this direction. It's caught. No, that was a nice job.
That was a good tackle by
Albin
Noah
again.
Albin there.
Tell you what, we had 2 guys covering those 3. One of those was intended to be blocking, and when Peterson goes outside, if Albin doesn't make that tackle, this man's running a long way.
Yep. Railers pick up a first down on that play.
And there was your horn, by the way.
I heard it. I'm going to be hearing it in my sleep.
Well, it could be a lot worse. I don't ever really remember a game when Herington scored a whole lot of points against us, but there were some that they would score at least quite a few, and that thing would blow and blow. Well, they're doing it for extra points now, we believe, and now
And
we've got a
first
flag.
downs.
I said extra points. No, first downs.
Got a guess.
I have a bug that's bugging me. Another penalty against Herington. Have we had a penalty against the Warriors? Yes, we had one that gave them a...
Yep, we did. We had an offside
Yeah.
in the first quarter.
All right, that'll make it 1st and 15 now from their own 37. The Railers in business. Pass play. That's a completed pass. Going to bring the ball out to the 50.
Yeah, he's going to gain about 12 yards on that play, maybe 13.
And Jeremiah, I was negligent to see who the quarterback that they've brought in now is for the Railers. Obviously, Mormon's out with the injury.
I believe it is Tate Becker, 22.
That's intercepted by Schultz. Mormon was back in the game, and he immediately threw an interception.
Yep.
Guys, the quarterback was number 27, and I cannot find him on my scouting report.
27 is Tate Becker.
How big is he? He's a big kid.
Tate Becker is a 6'5", 286-pound junior.
Yeah, typical 2A high school quarterback.
So the Warriors now on offense.
We need a series where we don't turn the ball over here, Mike.
That would be peachy.
That would be.
Wheeler and Stucklick out here, and then Wheeler in motion.
Hands
off to Riggs, and Riggs is off to the races. Riggs is in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
And when you have a drive that only lasts one play,
that's a good, efficient drive.
You don't have to worry about turning the ball over
that
as
is
much.
True.
So.
Take a look at this up close and personal.
Big opening on the line for Riggs to go through, and no one is going to catch him.
Coach Teroff, very specifically in his scouting report, said we can run the ball on Herington and we can pass the ball against them. So he's pretty much expected to have a good offensive night.
Yes.
Warriors up 28-0 with that converted extra point.
Yep, I believe it was Jack ran in for the 2-point conversion, and Warriors are marching along here.
So we have with 28-6 lead. One would expect that sometime reasonably early in the second half, for sure by the fourth quarter, that we're going to see a lot of B-team JV players getting valuable varsity playing time.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for them to get out on the field. There's no more JV games on the schedule for them, so these are opportunities for them to get out and play and hone some of those skills that they've been developing throughout the season.
And I think Casey would agree that, obviously JV ball is very productive and something you want to do, but there's nothing like playing in a varsity game. And especially if even if it's your JV, if you're going to get the other team's varsity, that's live bullets, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, I would expect to see our varsity come out and start the third. Well, assuming the game continues to go as it's going, I would expect to see our varsity come out and play most of the third quarter because we haven't played that great the last couple of games, so we need to get our reps in. But assuming things keep going the way they go, I'd look for the JV, hopefully the entire fourth quarter.
End over end kick needs to stay in bound. It's Gunu. Picked up on the 15. Good coverage by the Warriors there.
Corbin Wheeler's there to meet him, and Charlie Norquist there on the tackle. Not really anywhere to go.
So they'll set up on their 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Railers. And once again, the wind has kind of just been in, it's not, I wouldn't exactly call it gusting because it comes and it stays for 10 minutes or so and then it goes away for 10. I guess that's gusting, but it's long gusts. Quarterback passing. Oh, nice pass play.
I think next year we're going to need a little Kansas map here, type green screen type thing, and Jay and we could talk about the cold front that's moving in.
And Jay could learn how to move his hands to show where Sumner County is. And Garrett Hoffner and Wheeler in on that last tackle. First and 10. Run's going to get that. We've got a flag comes in late.
Yeah, late flag comes in. The quarterback didn't have much anywhere to go, maybe a couple yards.
Gain of about maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding against the Railers. So they'll be taking that back.
So they march them back. That'll make it 1st and 15. What was that penalty?
Holding.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Holding.
It's a 10-yard penalty. So I'll make it 1st and 20.
They only marched off 5 yards.
They stopped and then they moved it again.
Yep, you're right.
They got all set up, Jeremiah, and then they moved it 5 more. Again, they want to pass, and they're going long.
That quarterback has more arms than his receivers have legs.
That is true, and Schultz was the only player from either team within any distance of it, and even he couldn't catch up with it.
That was a bullet out of a gun, and there wasn't anyone there to catch it.
Jeremy Hitt, 54, was in on that play. Now comes to the Warrior sideline.
That's one of the things about the passing game is you have to have that timing down. Otherwise, it's just a wasted play.
Yeah, that's true. Slows down the clock, though.
It does.
Quarterback keeps. And he gets bulldogged at the 25.
Yeah, 58 is Tyler Palak there, ready to greet him and tackle.
We've got 3rd and about, well, what would you call that, 18?
Yeah, I'd say about 18. Scoreboard calling it 17.
Well, they're...
Either way,
yeah,
it's a whole lot.
That's a homer
right
interpretation there. Yeah,
they're higher up, though. So.
Yeah, 17 or 18, we'll call it that. Mormon wants to pass. He gets some pressure, gets the ball away, takes a hit, and again, he overthrows it by about 7-8 yards.
There's nobody there, and as he was releasing the ball, Jacob Vondenkamp was coming up on the blind side and was able to hit him as he was releasing the ball. Warriors change personnel as though they're going to expect a punt. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I mean, I would tell you that you'd be a darn fool not to punt here, but we've seen some weird things tonight.
There he is. He's lined up 8 yards deep.
Okay, he does get it away, but it was tipped. Mason Peterson with the reception. He gets around that left side. Peterson goes out of bounds. You saw the official signaling tip, which means they could have creamed the punter if they wanted to.
Mason able to catch that ball on the run, which is a great way to return a punt.
So the Warriors will take over on their 35, and I can tell you right now that the Herington coach is saying, why didn't we just go for it?
I don't remember the last time that the Warriors started with possession on their side of the field.
Well, it would have been in this ball game, so you
Yeah.
have a very short memory.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, it.
No, I get your point.
Every series we've started has been in Railer territory.
Reverse. That's Peterson. He came around this way. Oh, my, we've got a flag. This is likely to be a touchdown. It's going to be. Peterson's in the zone, and it's coming back.
Oh. We're going to see it here on the replay.
I think that was not a hold. I think
No.
they were calling an illegal block, but I can't see how that could have been an illegal block.
That looked clean. If the call was on that play in the backfield, that looked
That's
clean.
definitely what they call. I mean, it looked good from where I was. And
Yeah,
they
there
threw
was,
the flag
it was
right,
a clean
right
hit.
at Dylan Pippen.
It was a clean hit.
We have 2 fouls on the play. We have penalty against Marion. We also have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Railers.
Oh, we got this penalty against Marion that they're marching off, and then they got an unsportsmanlike conduct against Herington, so they'll march it off now.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty against Marion and a 15-yard penalty against the Railers. Some of the people were yelling offsetting, but they're not offsetting.
Right.
There's a 5-yard difference there. So Warriors get the ball 5 yards further down the field. I say run the same play.
I'm looking at the.
Yeah, I don't.
We've got a 1st and 15, though, the net, and I'm not sure how we get to that.
I think it should be 1st and 5.
I'm totally confused as to why that's showing 1st and 15. Hand off to Riggs. Riggs runs hard, gets about 3.
Shouldn't it be 1st and 5?
I think so.
I'll throw another loop into it. I think it should be 1st and 10 because personal foul should carry an automatic first down.
Okay.
That was after the play.
But, Casey, how could we have ended up any worse than 1st and 10?
We couldn't. It's impossible.
Okay.
But we're in Herington.
Yeah, I guess so. It's 2nd and 12 now. Snyder to pass. He's looking for Schultz. Schultz is going to have to get on the horse and run on that one.
That was a long throw. The wind is coming towards that pass, and it kind of the ball hung up there a little bit longer.
I think Jack surprised himself.
Yeah.
I think he threw that thing on the like a tack. He didn't expect it to throw that well, and he did. It was like throwing darts.
I'm going to put out a challenge here. We know that Coach Jerry Smith and head statistician, senior statistician Lois Smith watch these broadcasts on occasion. I would ask Jerry and Lois to explain to us the loss down a little while ago and that particular penalty, because it's very possible that we have just enough ignorance that we didn't understand the penalty.
That's definitely possible.
Be 3rd and 12 now. And off to Riggs.
Lots of room. He's going to pick up, well, not as many yards as it looked like he was going to get. He was tackled within 4 yards. That was 27 for Herington as Tate Becker. You've heard us call his name a few times.
And that was a nice tackle by Becker.
It was.
We have a Tampa State Bank timeout called by the Warriors.
Yeah, because now it is 4th and about 8, maybe 7.
Now, Jeremiah, you critic of bands, master play caller, he who would punt on 4th down with some frequency. What would you do here? The Warriors on the 32 of the Railers, 4th and 8.
I'd be arguing that it should be 4th and 2.
Yeah, there you go. Spend the whole time out arguing about that.
I don't know why you don't go for it. You're up 28-6.
Yeah.
Why not?
And I'm sure we will. I'll be very surprised if we do anything but that. What's the score of the Royals Blue Jays
It
game?
is still 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Okay. Keep it that way. I told my wife I would be very happy if I came home and missed the last game of the championship series. That would mean we were going to the World Series.
There you go.
All right, Warriors are going to go for it.
4th and about 7.
Snyder straight drop, gets a little pressure, gets that ball away. Oh, it's picked off. The Warriors are going to have to pull the man down. He's got a lane. He's still going. Warriors closing fast.
And the flag comes out.
Boy, Schultz came up with a blazing speed there.
Two flags on the field, one near side and one far side. Probably an illegal block in the back. It's going to bring that ball back. Yep. Official signals that.
That pass was a bit high, and that was a nice job by the Railer player to go up and pick it off.
It was. Mason just couldn't climb the ladder that high to get to it. Went right over his fingertips.
Minute 14 to go in the first half. There's another look at it. You can see he gets it away, and Peterson goes up. Peterson has an incredible vertical leap, but that one was too high for him.
The initial return brought the ball down to about the 10-yard line, and the Railers are going to start with it at the 37 because of the penalty.
So they got a minute 14 to go. They're trailing 28-6 in this first half, and they'll set up on the 37. Straight ahead run as a direct snap to the quarterback / running back. He gets ahead for about 4, maybe 3.
That was Tate Becker again for the Railers. Gonna 52 seconds left in the quarter here with the
The Tampa State Bank timeout called by the Railers.
probably say our second quarter sponsors here, Mike.
Oh my goodness gracious, Jeremiah!
Triple
You got it.
I think I just lost.
Oh, Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Erie Real Estate, and Marion Kiwanis Club. I'm hearing you fine.
I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing, then that means you need batteries in your headphones.
Yeah, it's all green.
You sure you can't hear me?
I can't hear anything.
All right. I'll tell you what. You're just going to have to pretend like you can hear me. I'm hearing you fine. We'll fix it at halftime.
All right, very good.
But once again, Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Erie Real Estate, Marion Kiwanis Club.
Appreciate all those sponsors. They make it possible for us to do this.
Hey, I hear Jeremiah fine, if that makes you guys feel any better.
Well, I can hear him too. He just can't hear himself, Casey. It's his headphones that.
I could hear Casey just then. That was bizarre.
Yeah. That's good. It's because of the wind.
I can't hear.
It's because of the
I
wind.
can't.
No, you can't.
No.
I think we'll just put some new batteries in.
All
That
right.
fixes everything. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Railers. 52 seconds to go. Mormon back in at quarterback. He gets it away and it's intercepted. He's hit as he throws. Good return there. I'm trying to pick up that number.
Hey,
I think
that's all Jake
Pallet.
Vonenkamp right there. Jake Vonenkamp fought through
You see
a
it
hole.
on the replay here.
Fought through his
As
block.
he's getting ready to throw. You can trust me. He was hit as he was throwing the ball.
Halleck with the interception. Go ahead, Casey.
I was going to say, Jake Vonenkamp fought through a block, got held, and hit the quarterback right as he threw that ball and forced that interception.
Had a little bit of extracurricular there at the end of that play between a couple of one of the Warriors, one of the Railers. Maybe getting a bit chippy here. 1st and 10 Warriors now, 43 seconds to go from their own 41. Snyder fakes the handoff. Now he rolls around that left side, pitches to Wheeler. The ball goes out of bounds.
We don't see that very often where there's a miscommunication on the option play, and it happened that time. Fortunately, the ball goes out of bounds, and there's really no significant loss on the play.
You know, I said the ball goes out of bounds. I'm not sure it actually did until Snyder got over there and escorted it out of bounds. All right, no loss, as Jeremiah said, so 2nd and 10. Going to come right at us this time. Snyder pitches to Wheeler. Yeah, Wheeler's going to get pulled down on the 50-yard line, just short of the 50. So nice gain on that play. It's going to make it 3rd and we'll call it 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, and Corbin able to get to the outside and gain a few yards here. Almost on the verge of a late tackle there when he was pulled down out of bounds, but
yeah, I think it was clean, but it was close.
It was close.
27 seconds to go. See if the Warriors go to the air for a quick strike here. Well, it's going to pass it out in the flat. That's Wheeler. Wheeler gets around that left sideline and gets it out of bounds, I believe. Yes.
Yep. 19 seconds left in the quarter. Warriors are going to bring the ball here to, looks like about the Railer 36.
Warriors have 2 timeouts left, and they're going to call one of them right now. That is a famous Tampa State Bank timeout.
And a great. Famous and great.
Oh, I see. Going back to you and Casey's discussion over famous versus great. There are some that are famous and great.
That's true.
Then there are some like the Kardashians and Paris Hilton that are famous for being famous. Literally, they are famous because they're famous. Tell me, they've never done anything.
No.
Except the one girl has a large rear end. That's about it.
I'll take your word for it.
Sort of the way I feel about Justin Bieber.
There are some things that happen in
He's
this
famous
life
and
that
he hasn't, and for being famous.
don't cease to amaze me, and one of them is the phenomenon of the Kardashians. I don't know how that happens.
I want to explain to our viewers that until halftime, Jeremiah cannot hear. He's not hearing through his headset. So when Casey's talking, Jeremiah cannot hear him. So Jeremiah is not being rude to Casey.
Sorry, Casey.
It's all right.
All right, 19 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Warriors. 36-yard line of the dreaded Railers. Snyder to pass. He's looking at Peterson right down the middle of the field. Peterson's there. He holds it in. He's in the zone. 35-yard pass play for a touchdown. That's a Case & Son touchdown.
Great look by Schneider to Peterson here. Wonderful pass. Timing was excellent. And Peterson was in the right spot to make that catch and get into the end zone behind the Railer. Wonderful.
Nicely done. Nicely done by the cameraman. Nicely done by Gene for that beautiful slow motion action. The Warriors line up for their 3-yard attempt at a 2-point conversion. And off to Riggs. Nope, unsuccessful. Makes our score 34-6. We have 11 seconds to go here in this first half.
This is what we were expecting the Warriors to do tonight, is to come out and be able to put a lot of points on the board and move the ball well. And this is a great thing for the Warriors to be able to do after coming off a couple hard weeks in football.
Good example right there, guys, of being great without being famous. Mason Peterson, he's not quite famous yet, but he was great on that play.
Mason isn't famous yet, Casey, but I'll tell you what, some of the catches he's made today and the plays he's made, he may be at least Marion famous for a few years to come.
But more importantly, right now, he's great.
You're correct. Better to be great than famous. Sometimes you make more money being famous. Here's the Neufeld got the ball lined up for the kick. Let's see, Herington probably has the kickoff and maybe one offensive play. They certainly have shown that they're willing to put the ball in the air. End over end kick, good kick. Fielded nicely.
Yeah, fielded really well.
And boy, brought down hard at the 35. Hagerman returns that ball. 7 seconds, so it's possible there could be 2 plays there, but be doubtful.
If you were a woman in the Lang family and you were told that there were 7 seconds left in the game, you would assume that there was about 30 minutes left.
I think most all moms have made that comment at some point in time. Quarterback keeps. He's going to go down, and I'm not seeing a timeout call. That'll end our half, and it is time for the St. Luke Hospital Quarterly Report. Let's go down to Mr. Casey Case.
You guys caught me off guard. I thought we were going to have a word from our sponsors first. But anyway, Marion, 34-6 lead over Herington. And we've seen some good things offensively. Looks like we're throwing the ball pretty much at will. Good protection by the offensive line. Not sure we've talked a lot about that yet. Good running by our running backs. We've had a few turnovers in the first half. Herington's played some pretty spirited defense. They got some big old boys, but I think they're about ready to wear out now. They're only 15 deep as a team. Been kind of a long struggle for him for the season. I see Adam Shalene. He's walking over to the goal post. He's limping a little bit. I don't think we'll see him again the rest of this game. Like I said before, Jarrett's in there, and he's getting a lot of experience tonight, playing both sides of the football in there on almost every play. Jarrett McClendon and Jake Vonenkamp, another young sophomore, has had some good plays in there, playing defensive end. So a lot of good things for our young Warriors, and I would guess we'll see the varsity out here for most of the third quarter, and then hopefully we'll see the JV the entire fourth quarter, give our varsity some rest. Looks like a big game coming up against Mission Valley next Friday night. Back to you guys.
I want, before we go, Jeremiah, say hi to Casey.
Hi, Casey.
Hey, Jeremiah, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. You done talking on top of me now?
All right.
I started getting hand signals from Mike when you were talking. They weren't friendly.
No big deal.
All right, we'll be back with the second half of tonight's game after these words from our second quarter sponsors.
Triple R Hauling is your hauling expert, offering custom step deck hauling in more than 27 states. Triple R Hauling will handle your heavy equipment, military equipment, farm machinery, and most any item you need moved. Hauling specialty and emergency loads, ramp use, bridges, and tarps are available if needed. Call Wally or Kim at 382-7802 and get things moving. Shelter Insurance is one of the most successful and financially sound regional insurance groups in the country, providing insurance products specifically designed to best suit you, including protection for your home, life, car, farm, business, and more. Drop in and see Shelter Agent Doug Heary for great rates and professional service. Doug will help you find the right coverage at the right price. Just as the Warriors practice and play hard to achieve success, the folks at Heary Real Estate work tirelessly to meet your needs. From listing to closing, Lori Heary and her agents are there to help you. Buying or selling, they will make sure your real estate transaction is a smooth one. Heary Real Estate, serving Marion and all of Marion County.
The men and women of Marion Kiwanis Club are proud to support MCTV. Marion Kiwanis Club sponsors the annual Old Settlers Day weekend and provides financial support to Chingawassa Days and countless other organizations benefiting the area. Call 382-2115 for info on tent, chair, and table rental. Marion Kiwanis, dedicated to providing service to children and local communities.
We are back, and you enjoyed those messages from our second quarter sponsors. We are ready for the second half kickoff here. Our third quarter sponsors are Marion Boosters, Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson Grocery, Hannaford Abstract. Onside kick going to be recovered by the Warriors. And that was kind of a half-hearted effort at recovery of that onside kick.
It was. They might not have been ready for it.
Maybe they weren't, yeah. So the Warriors will take over with a 34-6 lead here in the third quarter. Jeremiah and I both took the opportunity at halftime to put on one extra layer of clothing.
It's much warmer now.
Yeah. Oh, the ball's on the ground. That was a handoff to Wheeler. He recovered his own fumble.
Going to lose about 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
I went down and sat in Gene's car, Jeremiah, over halftime, and I mean the temperature clearly is not low, but that wind's blowing hard enough that it is chilly. Are you not hearing?
No, I am.
Okay.
My wires are all over the place. That wind is strong.
2nd and 12. Snyder to pass. It's caught by Peterson. Peterson puts on a move, gets along that left sideline.
He's going to need about 3 more yards for the first down. It's coming up 3rd and 3.
Now, keeping in mind that we had a loss on that first down, so that gain on Austin's part was about 9, but that'll make it 3rd and 3, maybe 4.
I'm sure Austin's going to appreciate the recognition, but that was Mason.
What did I say? Did I say
Austin.
Austin Peterson? Yeah. Well, I've said many times I'm not even going to apologize if I use the older brother's name. Riggs with a carry. Oh, he fights forward. I think he gets a. Oh,
it is going to be close.
Yes, it is.
I think we got a good spot.
Oh,
there
we
went
did
a good
until
spot.
then. Yeah, there it went.
Oh.
And they they moved it back until it was clearly not a first down. They signaled a first down. Now the chains have moved. Now they're going to bring them back and measure.
I'm sorry. It's all I could do is laugh.
What are you talking about? This has been the worst chain gang action I have seen.
They may end up being famous instead of great, huh?
And it looks like we're just an inch short.
I noticed he measured and showed the distance to the Railer sideline,
Yes,
but
not
to
to
our
ours.
sideline.
Well, the thing that got me was after they moved the ball back on the spot, I thought it was clear that it wasn't the first down,
Yeah.
and that's when they signaled first
Yeah.
down. All right, 4th and very, very short. Warriors going to go for it here in Railer territory on the 46. Riggs with the carry.
I think he got it.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it down to the 45, so that should clearly be the first down.
Yeah, they did. They moved it back a yard.
And gave us a first down. All right, well,
First down.
as bizarre as it's been, we have a first down now. And we have a first down on the 46 of the Railers.
If we sound confused, it's because we are.
It's because I think we're legitimately confused. Snyder wants to pass. He's got some time. He's going long for Peterson. Peterson's got the steps, and he's in the zone.
Peterson,
That's a Case and Son touchdown.
Peterson's got the speed to get behind the Railers on those types of plays, and with the time that Schneider's getting in the pocket there, it's a great match.
Yeah, that was nice blocking. Snyder had all kinds of time. You can see Peterson looking over that left shoulder, hauls it in. He does get tripped up at the end, but he's already in the end zone by that point. That puts up the Warriors put the Warriors up 40-6.
2-point conversion here.
And off to Riggs. He's in the zone with a 2-point conversion. The new facility here at Herington, they've got a nice stadium on the other side. It's metal bleachers, but it's a nice one with a good press box up top. And there's a berm that runs on this side of the field that we're actually on with a concrete pad here. So we're only up one section of scaffolding. Usually we do 2.
Guys, did you talk about the taxi service we had for some of our special fans tonight?
No, talk about that.
Oh, man, we had the Herington Raiders have shown us outstanding hospitality. some of our people that don't get around so well were given rides in golf carts around to the stadium tonight. Very, very courteous and hospitable by the hometown Railers. And while I'm talking about hospitable and courteous, our offensive line of the Marion Warriors has been outstanding tonight. I know if Ed Wheeler were here, he'd be talking about them, so I'm going to step in for Ed. Jack Schneider's thrown some great balls. Mason Peterson has had some great catches, but that doesn't happen unless you've got good protection by your offensive line.
Right.
They are outstanding tonight.
Here's Neufeld's kick. Another good end over end line drive type kick. Hits at the 25, fielded at the 15. Be brought down out there. A good open field tackle.
Devin Ringy in there on the tackle, on the open field tackle. While Casey's talking about hospitality, one of the other things that the Railers have done is they've actually put the visitor side stands closer to the parking lot than the home stands.
And yeah, the parking area is the one they've had for some time. If you come over here for a basketball game, it's that same parking lot, but you have to walk clear back around behind the whole school facility to get to the football field. So they had a tractor pulling a golf cart-like
trailer,
4-seat trailer. Mormon to throw, and it looked like it was thrown out there to Noah Albin.
It did. It looked like it was thrown to Noah Albin, and you could have called pass interference on the Railers.
Yes.
Bring up second down.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 from their own 24 for the Railers, who scored early in this ball game and have been completely stymied ever since. Anytime they've even come close to pressuring the Warriors, it's generally been because of a Warrior mistake, not a positive action from the Railers. See, they're going to spot that short. It'll be 3rd and a couple.
Yeah, lots of Warriors in there on the tackle. Bring up 3rd down.
We want to thank Gene Winkler, who we have struggled mightily with our sound system on the road. And Gene, who no one was more frustrated. Gene is the nicest guy in the world, but he was actually snapping and biting at us with his frustration over the sound system. And he figured out the problem and got her all fixed. And as far as I can tell, we've had great sound tonight.
That must have been when Casey and I went for burgers.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Jay and I were cowering in the corner. Jay cried a little bit. He still cried a little bit.
Pretty simple deal. It's all got to do with the wind.
Yeah, that's what Gene did. Gene moved us so that the wind would blow the sound.
I know, the wind is blowing my signal right to you guys tonight. It's pretty simple.
Here's the thing.
In the world of technology, it's
as hard as it is for you to believe, Casey, the problem was not with your sound. It was with the other 2 mics.
Yeah, my sound has had issues as well when the wind was in the wrong direction.
He's such a piece of work.
Any of the science teachers at the high school would like to help us.
Yes. Quarterback keeps. He gets buried under a pile of Warriors.
Be a good project for the students.
Jacob Vondenkamp on the bottom of that pile. And Gene points out that Casey is upwind up from us right now, and we're still hearing him just fine.
He's going to tell us that's because it's blowing it back to us.
I'm upwind, and the wind is blowing my signal to you, guys. It's simple. Boom.
Simple. Boom. He even acted it out down there.
It's all about inertia. Isn't that a scientific term?
It is a scientific term.
I think Casey,
I don't remember what it means, but
Casey's folks couldn't afford a doctor. He was delivered by inertia.
Yep, he'll be here all night.
Yes, we'll be back next week, folks. We have a Tampa State Bank timeout. I'm sorry, who called the timeout?
We'll see.
The Railers did, I believe.
We'll see what the wind's doing next Friday. If it's from the west, you won't be able to hear me at all. But if it's from the east, it'll be blowing my signal right back to the Jerry Katie broadcast booth, and then I'll prove my theory correct again.
I think we need to get a couple of science teachers, have them come in and interview them.
I think it'd be a great class project. Have
Oh.
Gene out there with some of the equipment, and they can test the wind and
Test the wind.
see how the signal does. And I'm sure Gene would love to do that.
Yeah, Gene is not volunteering. We're hearing nothing from our producer right now.
Did I or did I not on the way over here tell you guys I would have a great signal tonight because the wind was going to be blowing out of the west?
Second and 10 for Herington. Handoff. Good hard run. Going to get the ball across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to come up about 4 yards short of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
And actually, the spot's going to be
Well,
about
maybe
a foot
3rd
short.
and 5.
Yes. Crowd on both sides of the field have just kind of settled in here. 8 minutes to go with the Warriors in the third quarter. Warriors up 42-6. Not a lot of enthusiasm. Good Herington run's going to be close.
This is one of those games where the outcome is determined and the announcers are talking about wind direction. So
Let's we're going to measure it again here.
We didn't move the chains though beforehand.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. We're going to measure, but this time we decided to do it before we move. Gene says they've got it by a foot. Well, Gene said they're short a foot. He said they're over by a foot. How would you interpret that?
I think they got it.
They got it. As I said, Gene predicted they'd have it by a foot. There went the train whistle. I think they just sound it every once in a while without any idea.
Well, they do.
We're getting a halftime score of the Mission Valley Northern Heights game. Northern Heights up 14-6, and Todd Gordon is saying that's good. Correct? Yes. So
Yeah.
we need that to stand.
The pass is incomplete, but there was a flag on the play. I think Bryce Schultz made contact before the ball got there.
You know, that's something that we've seen very rarely this year, Jeremiah. The Warriors' defensive backs, I think, have played just spectacularly well.
Yeah. Yep.
March off that major penalty. So this will be about as successful a drive as Herington has had since the first half of the game.
Caleb Hett
is number 70. We say that because we were being asked who 70 was because he's been playing quite a bit, and Caleb is a 5'10", 264-pound sophomore. Another one of those fantastic sophomores on this squad. There's a shot out there at some of those linemen. You got Caleb Hett there. Number 54 is Jeremy Hett. 42 is Pippin. 53 is Vondenkamp.
Noah Albin had initial contact on that last play, and other Warriors were able to get in there and stop him. This is the second timeout of the half for the Railers.
Tampa State Bank timeout.
That's going to take them down to one timeout in the game. And granted, it's not a game where you're necessarily going to need your timeouts at the end of the game, but you don't want to use two of them up in the third quarter.
Last week we were laughing about the Marion cheerleaders, the purple tops, and I look down there now and they appear to have black coats and black leggings.
They're definitely black.
Kind of has a Mickey Mouse Club look about it with the red skirts and the black top and black leggings and the big white ear things in the back.
But we do know the color of the sweatshirts this week, so Casey doesn't have to do research.
Now we got just at, or 1 second under, 7 minutes to go in this second half.
What am I researching? I was talking to one of our players.
Last week we had you research the color of the sweatshirts on the cheerleaders, and this week there's no question
They're black.
They're
Yes.
black.
Yeah.
Man,
There's another one of those drop back and heave it a long way.
yeah, it just is just a hope and a prayer that somebody will be there to catch the ball.
And you know what they had? They had no hope and they had no prayer. You know what I've discovered, Jeremiah?
What have you discovered?
Great or famous.
Here we'll line up here for 3rd and 9. Mormon hands off. Running back works his way through the center of the formation, gets about 3 yards.
Dylan Pippin there to greet him, and other Warriors come in behind. Driving
Garrett
backwards.
Hoffner in on that tackle
Yep.
as well, and the ball carrier went down hard, but a couple of Warriors popped him back up, and he went back in the offensive huddle. It'll
Yeah,
be
when you
4th
only got a handful of guys on the sideline, you better
That's
be
true.
getting back up.
That is true. You look over there, and there's the coach and about 3-4 players. 4th and 4. Warrior 35-yard line, so pretty good drive for the Railers. Straight drop back, lots of pressure. It's a screen play. It's a center screen, and that was well played by Wheeler.
Corbin Wheeler there to tackle the receiver and nowhere to go on the screenplay. What did you discover, Mike?
You know, each year you guys send me, and I have to buy pop and water and Gatorade and all that kind of stuff that then I pack up and bring along on these trips so you won't get thirsty. And I have discovered that pop that you buy in the little bottles, even if you don't open the bottle, doesn't keep its fizz as well as cans.
Interesting.
But it just seems like we're already, what are we, 2 months into the season, even less than that. It's a handoff to Riggs,
Wow.
and Riggs is running hard. He's got a first down, and he's down at the 49.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about 17 yards on that carry.
But those little bottles of pop are already just a little flat.
I'm sorry.
And I don't think a can of pop would be. Do you?
You know what else you should have discovered after tonight, Mike?
What's that, Casey?
When you put a bunch of warm pop in a cooler and you throw a bag of ice in there without breaking the bag open, it doesn't get cold.
That's probably true.
I know it is. 'Cause I've been
and-
searching for a cold bottle of pop, and all I've got is hot pop. But there's a full bag of ice in there.
Riggs again with the carry.
But I appreciate
I was
you.
gonna say,
I
can I
appreciate
point
you
out
bringing-
the guy who does nothing but open the cooler, complaining about the guy who packed it, iced it,
I
and
wasn't
brought
complaining. I was just pointing out another fact, learning fact for tonight.
it. I take it as a challenge. I'll be darned if I'm going to break a bag of ice the rest of my career.
Well, it's just amazing. I never, when I was on the other side of these broadcasts, just a viewer, having fun listening to the folks who did this, I never realized the intricacies of the broadcast. Now the curtain has been pulled, and I'm seeing all kinds of things.
Don't look at the man behind that curtain. That's a Marion timeout, and it is their first Tampa State Bank timeout of the second half.
It is. We're going to talk about our third quarter sponsors here, Mike. The Marion Boosters, Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery, Hannaford Abstract, and our Warrior sponsors are Marion Auto Supply, Gambino's Pizza, and the HRK store.
Cheerleaders trying to get the Warrior fans on their feet, but they're all kind of warm and comfy with blankets and coats. And hey, at halftime I noticed they're having a pink out or whatever for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this was Herington's night for that. They sold pink balloons and they let them all go at halftime. And I bought a balloon. Matter of fact, I paid twice the going rate. So just
wow,
because I'm that kind of guy. And I think it's now time to officially release our balloon.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Let our balloon go to Chase County. There it goes.
There it goes. We have released the balloon. There's a tiny bird inside of it, and there it goes. Somebody's got, good job, Danny. 2nd and 5. Snyder wants to pass right over the middle.
Oh.
Popped up in the air. That could have been intercepted. It was intended for Pippen.
That was a tough pass. It really would have had to thread the needle.
Yes.
And that football was not going to go through the eye of a needle.
That was one where I think Jack may have forced it just a bit, but Pippen hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities to catch a pass, and I think quarterback was trying to get one to his tight end there.
I agree.
3rd and 5. Snyder keeps, works his way through the formation. He's got the first down, lowers ahead, and man goes downfield near the 20.
Yeah, Snyder picks up about 7 yards after contact on the sideline there.
A nice job here. Got the straight arm there and then goes through one tackler.
Yep.
That's one thing we did here in the scouting report, or see in the scouting report, that they don't tackle well in the defensive backfield. Casey.
Guy, that is the most aggressive run I have seen Jack Snyder do. Had the stiff arm, lowered the shoulder, went through 2 guys, did a great job.
From the 21, Snyder from the pistol gives the ball to Riggs. Riggs gets the ball down to the 15.
Riggs able to pick up a few yards on that play, and going to bring up 2nd down for the Warriors inside of the 15-yard line.
I think the Warriors' offensive line is really I mean, don't get me wrong, we were up 34-6 at halftime, but it seems to me that they are just dominating the line of scrimmage right now.
They are. They're being able to set the tone for where they want people to go, and the Railers really don't have an answer, as we've seen.
Snyder to pass. Pops it over the middle. That's intended for Pippen, and it's intercepted.
Incomplete.
Oh, it fell out. Okay, the man didn't retain control.
That was a tough pass. We're going to see.
That was a nice job by Pippen. Actually, I think that would have been intercepted if Pippen doesn't reach in and pull it out.
Yeah, he did a good job staying with the play and making sure that it wasn't an interception.
So 3rd and 4, line of scrimmage is at the 15-yard line. We have 2 shots to get this first down. See if we go back to Riggs here. Exactly what they do. Oh, Riggs gets hit hard. And the ball pops out. Yes, waiting for that call. It is Herington football.
You can see on the play here, Riggs is going to hit the hole, and then he's going to just get snapped backwards.
Yeah, that looked great here. Looked like it's definitely going to be a big game. Oh, he didn't even fumble on the hit. The ball came out before the hit.
Yeah, before he even got there.
Which would explain why he got snapped backwards. I think he was
trying to get to the ball.
Yes. All right, so Warriors now on defense. 1st and 10 Railers from their own 11-yard line. 3:38 to go, 3rd quarter. Warriors up 42-6. Quarterback, little jump pass that is incomplete.
It's a dangerous pass. That could almost have gone backwards. And
that's your Tate Becker, who's kind of been one of those guys that we haven't called his name all the time, but every time we've called it, it's been involved in kind of an interesting play.
Yeah. I heard a real train whistle.
That was a real train, yes. 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeps, and he's dropped in the backfield. Was that?
I think that was Palak, Tyler Palak there. Yep.
Palak missed the Northern Heights game with an illness, and he came back with a vengeance last week against Meade. I had not. Tyler, a young player, played a little bit in the shadow of his brother the previous year. He's a sophomore this year. And I don't know that I realized how much we needed him as when we didn't have him against Northern Heights.
That was Pippen that made that tackle, guys.
Well, okay. Everything I said about Palak still true.
Still true.
3rd and 13.
That's Pippen again.
Pippen.
That's definitely Pippen.
Yeah, came from he came from the opposite end of the play before. This time he moved over to the other end, and I believe did they give him a safety or not?
Haven't seen the signal.
Nope. They're going to say he was down. It looks like at the 6-inch line.
4th and a mile from the 1, which would be perfect for their punting game because they only go back 8 yards.
It is 4th and 19. Here's where you just run the pass and throw it long, right, Jeremiah?
That's right. Put your trips on either side and hope one of them can get it.
Neufeld sprinting onto the field. They get away a punt. Peterson's going to handle on the 35, puts on a move, puts on another move. Oh, he gets tripped up, but still fantastic field position.
Tackled by the laces. Mason O was about to break it open, I think.
Wait for the final spot here, but it looks like I'm about the 25. So that's pretty good field position.
That is, yeah, that's great.
Heidebrecht comes in the game. Stuklik, Snyder, good to have the quarterback.
It is what we're looking for.
They sent Schultz in. They pulled him back out again. Warriors maybe a player short because there was some confusion there, and that is a Tampa State Bank timeout taken by the Warriors.
I saw one of our athletes screaming down the sideline, and he ended up in the restroom. So I think that was the confusion.
Okay, someone had to make a pit stop.
Somebody did.
Didn't get off pit road.
So Warriors take their second timeout. Both teams with one timeout left in the game, which is unusual.
It is unusual
in a football game to have them both down to one timeout in the third quarter.
Now, as you said when you mentioned that before, in a lot of games you'd be talking about the strategy of that and how it might affect things later on. In this particular game, seriously doubt it's going to make any difference.
Yeah, it's absolutely right.
Give me a Royals score.
Royals are up 2-1 at the top of the sixth with one out.
Oh my, I need
It is a tight game in Kansas City.
Need a little more cushion than that, Jeremiah, to feel totally comfortable.
I know you do. I don't know how to give it to you. I've never been known for my batting or pitching abilities.
All right. First down. Riggs with the carry. Riggs is running hard. He's got some running room. He's got a blocker. He's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
It is great. You can see Riggs hit the line, and there's a moment after he gets to the line where he just puts on afterburners and goes here. He's getting
right there,
through.
right
Bam,
there. Yeah.
He's gone.
48-6 score now, under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And we talked about JV players coming on the field. Of course, Herington can't really substitute, but we'd expect to see a lot of Marion substitutions in the third quarter. And once again, Riggs is in the zone. Gets the 2-point conversion to put it a 50-6 score.
50-6 with 1:53 left in the third quarter.
Saw big Adam Shaleen get off the trainer's table, and I think he's still trying to convince himself that he walks on that left knee enough it's going to feel better.
It is killing him to have to sit. He is just killing him. And he is a hard worker. He's having a great senior season and a great senior year, and it is killing him to have to sit on that table and watch this game.
What I like is the fact that, I mean, Jason Bina is not going to let him be up running around if he thinks he's got a torn ACL or something of that nature. So, and I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV, but I would just guess that they're thinking he's got a twist, a strain, something of that nature, something that some ice and some time will fix without any real danger from walking around on it.
Got a new kicker in the game for Marion. This is number 90, Michael Martijanenko.
He kicked, was it last week or the week before that he kicked a couple times?
Yep.
Last week?
Yep, Austin was still out.
He had put one out of bounds, and I think they brought Peyton Heidebrecht in for the rest after that, but he appears to, that's a nice end-over-end kick. Stay in bounds. And it does. They helped us out. They fielded it and stepped out of bounds. Okay, we've just been told that Adam Shalene's injury is a sprained. It's sprained or strained? Sprained MCL, which is and goes across the. Well, wait a minute now. I may be getting. I think it goes across the top of the knee, doesn't it?
I don't even play a doctor on TV.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. That was a reference to an old 1970s commercial, Jeremiah, where Marcus Welby, MD, one of the people did a commercial. I'm not really a doctor, but I play one on TV, and I can tell you that this is a great medicine.
We could say, I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, that would be the modern day equivalent. Right. Yes, exactly. Okay, and we are starting to see.
Yeah, Riley Hake is in the game, 81. Try and find some other numbers here for you.
Austin Neufeld's in a safety position.
Yeah, Devin Ringy is in, number 8.
Oh, good tackle out there. That dive off the right side, and it did not get much.
No, and I think the Railers, or some of them, end up being slow to get up, and the Warriors keep pulling them up off the ground. Like, come on.
Where Antone Benduska is out there on the field for the Warriors right now. Caleb Hett is on the field for the Warriors. Jake Bonenkamp is,
yeah.
And Caleb's been playing quite a bit. Nordquist plays quite a bit too.
Yep.
Middle linebackers Garrett Hoffner. Pass play, going deep. Oh, is that intercept? Ball popped out, I think. No, they're calling it good. Was that?
That was Stuklik. Yep. That was Zachary Stuklik on the interception here. He's going to go up. This is going to make Coach McMillan happy here. Watch him go up for this ball and bring it down. And if this was any other level other than high school.
Yes, there will be no. Oh. Okay, there was a penalty against Herington. It's declined. And, yes, you probably know. Maybe we can, Gene, since we got a moment here, can we run that back in slow-mo at the very end? And this is not to take anything away from the job that Stuklik did. He went up high. We lose him for just a second, but then he comes back in frame.
He was in the sky on this one.
And, okay, so this is Stuklik 19 right in the middle of your picture. He'll go high. We'll lose him. Then the picture comes back, and then they tackle him. Watch as he comes down. The ball is the brown thing right there on the ground, and then scooped back up by Stuklik. All right, Warrior first down from the 50-yard line. Actually, about the 49 of the Railers.
That's going to be our final timeout right there.
The final Tampa State Bank timeout of the evening for the Warriors.
I think there was some confusion on personnel. And
we've got the whole JV offense in there now, guys. We're bar none. We're JVing it all the way now, and I think we had a little personnel issue that we'll get taken care of. Is this the longest third quarter in the history of football?
I think it is.
Well, can we get a running clock in the fourth quarter, or do we have that in district play?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are for that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Lois Smith seemed to think we would
Gordon.
not have one in district play.
I'm going to ask Todd here.
We're going to have Jeremiah's going to interview Todd Gordon.
Do we have
principal.
a running clock? Okay.
All right, Warriors offense is now on the field.
Okay. Okay.
You can use your cough button there, Jeremiah.
Use my what?
Cough button.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we're going to come back to you for that report, which I don't think is going to tell us anything. First and 10 Warriors. The handoff, and not going to get much. Trying to see the number here. That was Albin, I believe, on that carry. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
All right, Todd said he didn't know. This is a district game, and doesn't know what was agreed upon by the two teams. So We'll find out.
Warriors are going to get a couple of yards on that carry by Albin. Stringer is your quarterback. Handoff again. That goes over the left side. They're going to give him forward progress to the 45. So another couple yards. Albin, your ball carrier.
Going to be 3rd down and about 6.
Albin is listed at 5'8", 152. He's certainly no bigger than that, but he's one of those kids, not very big, but throughout every game, we're calling his name from time to time.
Absolutely.
Well, that is the end of our third quarter. We will take this quick break for these words from our third quarter sponsors.
Marion Die and Fixture is a Bradbury Group company that manufactures a wide range of custom dies and fixtures for metal forming applications. The dedicated employees and management place an emphasis on quality. Marion Die and Fixture is a proud supporter of the Marion community.
Donahue Manufacturing continues the tradition of quality trailer manufacturing which began over 50 years ago. Located just outside of Durham, Kansas, Donahue builds a full line of agricultural, industrial, and utility trailers. Continuous product evaluation and quality improvements ensure that you get maximum value for your trailer purchase. Please visit our website at donahuetrailers.com or call us toll-free 1-800-457-7406. When there's work to do, Donahue.
Welcome to Lumberyard in Hillsborough, Kansas, in Marion County. My name is John Heffley, president and owner, and I'd like to welcome you and show you some of the services we have to offer here. We are a full-service lumberyard. We do paint, lumber, hardware. We have free delivery in Marion County. We have a lot of options to show people. We have a showroom for kitchen and bath. We are just a full service, and we'd love to have you come take a look at us and shop Marion County.
Back and ready for our St. Luke Hospital quarterly report. Let's go to Casey on the sideline.
Hey guys, it's 50-6 in favor of Marion. We've got the JV in right now. Todd Gordon and I were debating the possible scenarios at halftime if Mission Valley would beat Northern Heights, and then if we would beat Mission Valley, it would all come down to points. And he was pointing out to me that everybody beat Chase County by at least 21 except for us. Of course, they play Northern Heights next Friday, I think, and we got each other so confused that we didn't know which way was up. There's really, you just got to play the games out, do the best you can, and if Mission Valley beats Northern Heights, we got to go in and beat Mission Valley, and if we beat them by 21 points, that'd be great. But it'll all come out in the wash, and we're back to football.
All right. 3rd and 7 for the Warrior JV. Stringer pitches. Oh, that's a big hit.
That's Colton Mercer there on the carry.
Mercer number 15.
Colton Mercer, one of the athletes that you don't see very often in these broadcasts, but been a huge help to us up here. On a lot of our games, he's been helping us
help set up the scaffolding.
So
a lot of the Warrior freshmen come over and help, or as Coach Tiroff calls them, the frogs. 4th and 5. Springer pitches.
That's Evan Heidebrecht.
And Evan's going to get the ball pretty much back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So that'll give the ball back to Herington, and they'll get the ball on their own 49.
And we do have a running clock.
How do you know? Because it's running?
Because it's running.
You're such a wise man. 50-6, Warriors lead. A lot of pressure from that JV. They get the pass away incomplete. There's some pretty good hitting going on out there. Austin Neufeld at the end of that play.
Yeah, Austin Neufeld, was, if the guy did catch it, Austin was going to make sure he did not go anywhere.
It looked like a killer bee coming in out there. 2nd and 10. You're Michael, say it again.
Martijanenko.
Just came in as a linebacker.
All right.
And where's he from? What country?
He is from Denmark.
Illinois.
Denmark.
Going to be a pass play. Oh, broken up by Neufeld. He almost picked that off.
He was almost off and running with that one.
Well, Martijanenko and Peterson ought to be friends. Since,
I believe.
Okay, guys, if
I'm getting this.
If you ever watch Saturday Night Live and the Coneheads, the correct answer is we're from France. He's from France.
Yes, that was true.
I'm getting my exchange students mixed up here, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, 3rd and 10.
I think he's from Germany. Martin is from Germany.
Maybe a gain of 5, so it'll be 4th and 5.
Michael's from Germany. We've got another exchange student, Magnuson, who's from Denmark, and he's actually staying with the Peters.
Okay. Noah Cuckoo just came in the ball game for the Warriors. You mentioned Devin Ringy out there. We've got a timeout called by Herington with 8:49 to go in the ball game. That is their final timeout of the game. A very quiet crowd here.
And after 6 innings, it remains 2-1 Warriors.
They get a rousing clap from 12 people when they announce the baseball game score here.
Everybody's just kind of being lulled into apathy, I think, here.
Even Jay Smith, our cameraman, has locked the camera down and is sprawled, leaning over the railings or on the railings, just chilling. He looked like a cool guy from France trying to pick up girls. Except for the cool guy part.
I can't even imagine how you know what that would look like. But
a cool guy?
In France.
In France, yeah. I was going to say in the mirror, but I've never been in France. So, all right. 4th down, see if the young Warrior defense can hold Herington here. They want to pass, and they're going long over the middle, and that's incomplete.
No one there. Jared Ray is in there, 64. Good to see him out on the field.
So that'll put the ball back to the Warriors. They'll take over just inside the 50. See if the Warrior offense can move the ball. Colton Brewer coming into the ball game as Evan Heidebrecht comes out.
Right. And there's Sam Zinn going in, number 80.
Eli Het, number 3. Stringer from in the quarterback position. He keeps. They pit. No, he decides to keep it. Ball comes out. I think that's a young kid that's learning, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
I bet they'll point out to him in films. He had a yard or so. He just needed to lower his head, move forward. He might pick up 2 or 3 on the play. By the time he was looking to pitch, there was about a yard from the sideline. Then he tried to back up, and he almost lost the ball.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, these guys that they're playing against now should look bigger than the other players they've been playing against the rest of the season.
Oh, absolutely. And they do. Look at them just lining up out here right now. There's a pitch. Yeah, he's not going to gain anything.
No, four is, that wasn't 4, excuse me.
Who was a ball carrier, Casey? Did you get that number?
44.
Oh, okay.
Noah Cuckoo.
Now, the thing that we have an awful lot of freshmen out there. There's some sophomores too, but a lot of freshmen. So they should be smaller.
Yes.
Keep in mind that the players that we had lining up against Herington before that thoroughly dominated them were pretty much sophomores and some juniors.
Right.
And that was a tackle deep in the Warrior backfield.
There was just a lot of movement on both sides of the ball before it was snapped. I think the refs are kind of letting some stuff go too here.
The Warriors are going to send in the punt team, and I think this is a wise
Yeah.
move. There's, it's going to be 4th and 17. You don't expect your JV offense to pick that up. So punt the ball away and then let your JV defense, don't put their backs right up against the wall. Let them have some room to defend. Hoffner gets away, a great punt. Fair catch called for. Oh, it touched him.
We recovered it.
He didn't catch it. It bounced, hit him, and we got the ball.
Yeah.
And you can see some excited Warriors coming off the field. Punt team is going to turn the ball back over to that JV offense with great field position. It'll be 1st and 10 Warriors on the 18 of the Railers.
Warrior JV looking to score here.
Stringer keeps, tries to turn back upfield, and he's going to be drugged down on the 20-yard line. Loss of a couple.
The Railers are just looking for him to run.
Yeah.
They've got his number.
Stringer's gotten in this at least the 3rd game so far this season in a quarterback position, and he's just a freshman. He's learning, This is great. Stringer is a freshman. He's 6'1", 154, so he's got decent height. You get some weight on him, and as Jack Snyder be a junior next year, and suddenly Stringer gets a little older, and a year after that, you got a quarterback ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 2nd down for the Warriors, 2nd and 12. That's a handoff. That's a nice run.
It is.
That's by Evan Heidebrecht.
Evan Heidebrecht finds about 10 yards there. He's going to bring up the 3rd down.
3rd and about 3. Be great to see the Warriors pick up a 1st down. They haven't had one here with the JV on offense, and especially be nice this near the goal line. Heidebrecht with another carry. He gets positive yardage. He's near the 5.
It's going to be a 1st down, I believe.
I'm going to call it.
Maybe not.
Yeah, looks like 4th and, what, a yard and a half, Jeremiah? Eli Hett comes in the ball game for the Warriors. Neufeld comes in the ball game. Neufeld splits out wide right. Hett wide left. Oh, I think the Warriors jumped.
I think you're right. Lots of excitement on 4th down.
Yeah.
Offside.
Oh, offside.
Wow.
On the Railers. That surprised me.
That surprised me too.
So that gives the Warriors a 1st down. Half the distance to the goal. Put the ball on about the 1, maybe the 2. Hard to tell from here. Oh, and now we're going to give it right back to them.
Yeah, but we still got the 1st down.
Exactly right.
I was going to say, I could have swore that was a illegal procedure against Marion that last time. I thought maybe we'd see the field goal team out there on 4th down.
Who's on the field goal team?
I'm not sure if we have one.
All right, so the Warriors now 1st and goal from the 5. We did get the 1st down out of that whole little exchange. Oh, ball pops up in the air. Stringer picks it up. Now he's running. He's trying to get around that right side. Nice job by Stringer.
All I could think is hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball.
Take another look at this. It's whoop. But he pulls it back down, and he knows what to do once he's got it under control.
He finds some room to run around the outside there. He's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards.
Casey, where are we? Are we on the 1?
The 5.
Oh, it's the 5?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking. Well, no.
See the pylon at the goal line?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not much there.
Their goal line is orange.
Yes.
And so the last line I can see is apparently the 5-yard line that I was thinking.
We're on the 5, Mike.
Yeah,
Now we're on the 5.
We were on the 5, now we're on the 5.
Now we're on the 5.
48 seconds left in the game.
I believe you're right, Jeremiah. I believe we've had a running clock in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter was faster than the other 3 combined. I knew that was not going to make any sense before I said it. Never mind, Gene, go in and just go ahead and delete that last 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's because of the wind.
Dang that wind, I wish it wasn't working for me now.
All right, we've got...
Warriors aren't going to run another play. That's
No,
going to
we
be the
aren't.
end of the game.
That's going to be our game. We're going to, real quick, break for these words from our 4th quarter sponsors, then we'll be back with Casey's quarterly report.
The Marion High School Boosters are always there to support the students of Marion High in all their activities. Parents, grandparents, patrons of the district, and anyone wishing to support young people striving to excel are welcome to join the Warrior Nation. Buy some Warrior gear and show your colors. Come to a play, a game, a concert, or any other activity. Help boost the Warriors.
Check out Marion County Ace Hardware on Highway 56 north of town for all your home improvement, camping, lawn care, and other hardware needs. Marion Ace Hardware is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. They are committed to being the helpful place by offering knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Helping you is the most important thing they do every day. At Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery supports the Marion Warriors, the Center Cougars, and all the people and organizations of the area. Carlson's offers a full-service grocery store with small-town friendliness and big city selection. Newly remodeled, Carlson's Grocery has a great variety of all your favorites. Fresh produce, an outstanding deli, and mouth-watering catering are also available at Carlson's. Carlson's Grocery, everything you need right here at home. Hannaford Abstract and Title is a trusted name serving people in the region since 1871. They provide abstracts of title and title insurance, along with real estate closings for your transactions. With the latest in leading-edge computer technology, Hannaford Abstract will continue to be dedicated to providing the very best of service for years to come and to supporting students of MHS.
Our 4th quarter sponsors are Marion Dye and Fixture, Edward Jones Investments, Donahue Corporation, and the Lumberyard. And we have a St. Luke Hospital quarterly report. Casey.
Hey, final score, Marion 56 on the inaugural game on this new field at the new facility. I like the facility. Chances are we may never play here again. You hate to never say never, or you never want to say never. But from what we hear, Herington's going to 8-man next year. And anyway, it's a good way to end our run here in Herington, Kansas. And it's, like I was saying before, Todd Gordon and I were discussing the playoff potential next week. Now, nobody really knows what's going to happen. All we know is that we need to win next week. We need to beat Mission Valley. We need to beat them by a lot of points and see where we end up in the playoff picture. Of course, if Northern Heights beats Mission Valley tonight, then they're in the driver's seat. If Mission Valley wins, and I just heard from Gerald Weens, Mission Valley won. Did you get the score? 28-22. So there you go. There's a 6-point deficit there. Northern Heights beat us by 10. We beat Chase County by 1. We beat Herington by 21. So it's hard to say. All I know is we need to win next week, and we need to win by a lot. Great job by the Warriors tonight. JV got in the entire fourth quarter. A lot of good things by the JV. Young team, no matter what happens next week, we've got good things to look forward to with Marion Warrior football. Anything else, guys?
Jeremiah, your wrap-up thoughts here as we come to the end of this road trip.
This was a game that the Warriors needed after 3 hard weeks. The Chase County game was harder than we expected. The Northern Heights game was a difficult game, and the Meade game was a difficult game. This was nice for the Warriors to come out, have an opponent like the Railers that they could come and get a lot of players on the field and get a lot of points on the board. Exciting to see some of the plays tonight, but more importantly, just a good game for the Warriors to have going into the last game of the regular season.
Well, for Gene Winkler and Jay Smith and Danny Maddox, for Casey Case and Jeremiah Lang, this is Mike Power saying we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. You can watch these broadcasts on MCTV Channel 20 on Sundays and Wednesdays. You can also watch them anytime on demand on MCTV 20, MCTV20.com. Take a look at what we are offering on that website. So for all the guys, Mike Power saying, good night, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan. Good night, Red. Good night, Kevin. Good night, Gabby Gabbard, wherever you are.